2 common beginner day trader mistakes. That's what I want to focus on in this video. And this all comes from a conversation that I recently had on Facebook. And this person is doing things that make total sense. I understand where they're coming from. So it's not like they're being irrational or anything like that. But when you're a beginner and just getting started, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what to consider. You may not know when categories start to mix themselves, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But like I said, as a beginner, you're not foolish if you fall into the category of, oh wow, I can totally relate to that person. I totally get it. But nonetheless, if you're building from a faulty foundation, you're going to get faulty results. So my goal here is to show you and just give you some things to consider. So let's hop into this conversation. So this person says, I'll be coming into a substantial amount of money, $26,000 around there. Not to state the obvious, but just to keep us in the same ballpark. Okay, so money, that's the focus right now, focusing on the size of the account. I will be out of the pattern day trading rule. I am wondering what your thoughts are. Really quickly, if you don't know, the pattern day trading rule is just a silly government regulation that unless you have $25,000 in your account, you can only do 3 day trades every 5 days, which is a total oxymoron. But I want to be a day trader. How am I supposed to trade but only be able to do 3 every 5 day period? I understand, yeah, very silly. But like I said, regardless, the point here is they were focused on that money because they were also focused on the pattern day trading rule. And this in and of itself, and I remember being there too, I was always fixated. I got to get to 25,000, got to get to 25,000 so I can trade as much as I want. But that's not actually true, because you could trade futures, which I offer a totally free course on, and I'll put a link down below. And a nice thing about futures is there is no pattern day trading rule. So no matter the amount of money you have, you can go out there and trade as much as you want. So right there is a little bit of a misconception that, okay, the only thing that I can do to get around this pattern day trading rule, the only thing I can do to be able to trade as much as I want is I just got to get to that $25,000 mark. Not true at all. You could do futures trading. But with that being said, here's the other huge thing you need to consider. Because right now I'm kind of hopping between 2 categories. So in this category, very quickly, if you're somebody that has proved, I have a strategy, I can be disciplined in that strategy, I can be disciplined in only making moves when I'm supposed to make moves, then okay, futures trading could be a logical conclusion for you. Because if the only thing truly holding you back, and I want to emphasize this, if the only thing truly holding you back is, I just don't have $25,000. I'm super disciplined. I'm super this, that, and the other. I'm all the stuff I'm supposed to be. I just don't have enough money. Okay, then fine, for futures. But if you are somebody that's like, yeah, I only have 3 trades, and sometimes I'm forcing trades. Sometimes I'm just making exceptions and I'm doing trades. And you just know that, yeah, you're not quite where you need to be discipline-wise, then futures is not going to fix your problem. The amount of money is not going to fix your problem, because your problem is not, wow, I just can't trade enough. I need unlimited trades. That's not your problem. You're in a category of you still need to work on your discipline. You still need to work on identifying high quality trade setups and then honoring those high quality trade ups. So we've got to make sure our focus is in the right spot.
Guys, just focus, okay?
So please keep that in mind. I am not saying futures is a holy grail, because you've got to make sure you have the underlying foundations correct. And let me put it this way, something that's not going to help you is this, because it turns into a big temptation. Let's just say that you can say, Clay, I've been under the pattern day trading rule, and I use those 3 trades, and I am ultimately disciplined. I'm very picky. I'm very high maintenance in my requirements. Fantastic. I assure you that as soon as you go to an environment, whether that's because you get over $25,000 or because you go to futures, a new voice, a new temptation is going to enter your life. And this temptation is coming from the fact of now you have unlimited trades. So, hey, you don't have to be picky. Don't be so picky. You can make as many trades as you want. Yeah, just make an exception. That's close enough. That's good enough. And for anybody with experience, that's where you start to get yourself into trouble. But those voices don't exist if you only have 3 trades, because in that situation, you've got to be very picky. Because why? Well, because I only have 3 trades. So if I'm going to make a trade, I need to make it very, very solid. So like I said, even if you are solid, you're going to have that new temptation. But if you're somebody that's not even disciplined within those 3 trades, then yes, when you get unlimited trades, that just means that many more bad habits, that much more bad action is going to take place. So hopefully that helps you in the regards to, yes, The pattern day trading rule is annoying, but let's just make sure that that's not really the key thing holding you down, which is a common mistake. Oh, I don't get enough trades. I'm not able to trade as much as I want. That's my problem. Are you sure? Now, to be fair, maybe it is, but are you sure? Are you sure that discipline, are you sure that lack of strategy is not actually your problem? So that's the one thing I want to talk about, that first common mistake. The other common one is very tricky because it not always, but it oftentimes comes from a place of, hey, somebody's trying to help you out. They have zero malicious intent, but people just start to get the categories blended together, which is what we want to avoid. It seems my uncle thinks it will go back up is a good strategy with established companies like Nvidia and Tesla. So first thing, uncle, right? Somebody that cares about him, family, okay. And then the whole, it'll go back up. Now, have you heard this? Hey, just hold because it'll go back up. Now, this is where we need to establish some categories here because these two categories, very, very different.
Oh, that's a horse of a different color.
So in the investing category, sure, markets do tend to go up. Good quality companies do tend to go up over time. That is true. Even there's a little bit of a mix because individual companies can never go back up while the market as a whole goes up. But that's kind of besides the point. But even there's a little bit of blending of categories. But for this sake, right now, this mentality of, hey, just give it time, just hold because good quality companies will go back up. Yes, partially true in the world of investing. So you're in the investing category. In the world of trading, so the trading category, that's terrible advice. That's hold and hope. That's not following any sort of stop loss. There is no discipline there. And that's where the typical joke comes out where, yeah, it started off as a day trade and then it went to a swing trade and now it's a long-term investment, right? I think everybody's kind of been there too, but that's poor. But that's where you get the corruption of the categories because you sit there and say, well, I'm actually day trading a really good company and really good companies tend to go back up. Okay, yeah, but if you're using the 1 or 5 minute time frame, yeah, what happens if it doesn't come up for another, 18 months? Really, you're going to wait 18 months on the 1 or 5 minute time frame for it to go back up? That doesn't make any sense because you've violated categories. That's not the thought process you have. So the big common mistake here is people equate all losses with bad. Losses in the world of day trading, not bad. That's part of the game. That's called risk management. So there's no need to try to justify something that's perfectly fine in the world of day trading, again, taking a loss, by polluting it with a totally different category of investing in, well, things will go back up because it's a good company. Don't do that. That's a corruption of your attitude. That's a corruption of your viewpoint of the market, and you don't want that as a day trader. The market's going to take your money from time to time. Hey, join the club. There's two types of traders out there, those that lose money and liars. So it's that you're going to lose money. The question is, are you going to lose it properly? Are you going to lose it in a risk managed way? So don't let the whole investing, that category attitudes, come over to your category of being a day trader. You got to keep that in mind. You got to keep those categories separated because they can mess with one another because they're two different things. So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some things to consider, maybe some things you didn't even know about, or maybe some things that the light bulb went and thought, oh yeah, maybe that might be it. And again, these are common. So if you are suffering from any of these or you can relate, you're not stupid, you're not cut out to be a trader, nothing like that. I'm not saying you should give up. These are very common things and I understand where they're coming from. And I know I've said that many times, but I really just want to hammer home that none of this stuff should be something where you gotta have a tough conversation, look yourself in the mirror and say, I don't know, should I actually be doing trading? These things are common. It doesn't need to be that dramatic, but they do need to be addressed. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions or you have any other ideas for videos like this, by all means, you leave me a comment, reach out to me on social media. Like I said, that's where this whole thing came from. I would love to hear from you. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not. Thanks for watching. Take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.